So this device is called a burette. A burette is used for accurately delivering an amount of liquid. There's a little opening piece right here that when you turn sideways will allow the liquid to go out, and then you can turn it sideways like this to cut it off and stop it. Now up above here, I put a little black mark so that it's a little easier to see the demarcations, and I'm going to try my best to zoom in on it so you can see that it not only measures to the milliliter, but also to the 10th of a milliliter, and then we can make a guess beyond that. So first of all, what you can notice is that the liquid, this happens to be water, forms what's called a meniscus, a curved surface inside of the glass tube. In chapter 11, you'll learn a little bit more why that happens. But when you measure the liquid inside of here, you always want to measure from the bottom of the meniscus, not the little sides right here. And you can tell that it's almost two different lines different based on whether you measure from the bottom of the meniscus or the side. The second, when you're reading these, you notice a little line right here below the 16, a little line here below the 17, there's a line below the 18, a line below the 19. Those lines are the milliliter lines. So this is 16 right here, 16 and a half would be right here, or 16.5, and this would be 17 milliliters that are delivered. The burette actually reads how much has been delivered from the top. And so way up at the top here, there's actually a 0 mark right here. Not sure if you can see that 0 mark or not, but we'll go back down here to the black area where it's a little bit easier to see and I'm perfectly level with it. So when we're reading this, you can see that right now we've delivered a little over 17 from the top if we started exactly at 0. Usually what we'll do is we'll measure from somewhere up here, we'll deliver it down to here and we'll take the difference between the two. But these are each a 10th of a milliliter, so we'd be 17.1, 17.2, 17.3, and we'd actually guess that we're a little bit below 17.4 and not quite to 17.5. And so we can actually guess that 100th of a milliliter, and so we'd probably guess that this reading would be 17.445, 46, 47, 17.47, something like that. We'd write that down as our initial burette reading, and then we'd deliver some of the burette. So watch it go down, and then we'll stop it for a second reading right here, and let's say this is how much titrant or how much liquid we used. And then we'd start right here at the 19, and we'd say, okay, our final reading was 19.1, 19.2, 19.3, 19.4. We're probably right about at that 19.4, definitely not at 19.5. So maybe 19.4, and remember, we've got to guess the last significant digit. So let's say 19.40 there for our second reading. And then we can find the difference between that first spot and the second spot, and that would be the amount of titrant that we delivered to you to our lab. That's how to read a burette.